Hello and welcome to my video. Hello Curlfriends and welcome to my video. iAmMickeyB. Have we met? If not, it's nice to meet you if this is your first time tuning in. Welcome to Wednesday of week 12 of my rehabilitation series, and today we will be doing a midweek refresh. I just wanted to come on real quick, do an intro, let you see what the hair is looking like. And I'm gonna go ahead off camera, take these braids out, and then I'll come back and start the session. See you shortly. All right, I'm back. Braids have been taken down. Put on my bib, and let's get started. It is late or early in the morning, probably around 2:30 a.m. You know how I am with these late hours. I just can't do stuff at normal times. Let's go ahead. I'm not gonna put too much moisture in it. I don't want to get sick. It is definitely cooling off, especially in the evening hours. So this is gonna be a quick session. I'm supposed to pick up where I left off on my trip to the dentist, so I will jump into that. But my quick recap, I'm going to be very quick. If you're here for the first time, this is a rehabilitation series where I am maintaining the health of my hair by weekly deep conditioning, moisturizing, and feeding. So just to summarize it really quickly, I don't want to run out of space. I start off by feeding the scalp, and we're just going to do it as I say it. I'm going to do both sides. So I feed my scalp, and then I add moisture to the hair, and I top it with shea butter and a little grease for shine, and then I'm done. So anyways, so where I left off last week with the dentist was that the lady kept, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, you have to go to the video before this to find out the dental story. It was telling you about my experience when I went to the dentist. So, so picking up from where I left off, she was asking me if I could pay half of the $250 to $60, and I said no. And then she came back and said, if we take off the 50 to 60, could you pay half of the 200, which would have been 100 that day? I'm like, no, they still weren't hearing me. And so she goes out, comes back in, and she says, what if we waive your fee and we just collect the payment from the insurance company? And so then I pause, and I'm like, I know what they were trying to do, but I'm just going to play along. You know, this is what I'm telling myself, because basically they know I had 80% coverage, so they wanted to get that 80%. They were trying to get something. So I says, well, why would you do that? I said, why would you? I said, so you're saying, so what exactly are you saying, that I don't have to pay for anything and you guys are just going to do it for free? You know, I'm playing dumb now. She goes, no, we'll just waive your deductible and we will collect our payment from the insurance company. So, and I said, why would you do that? You know, I'm like, why would you do that and not have me pay? Like, I said, so you're gonna let me get the services for free as far as, you know, my payment is concerned? They're like, yeah. And I said, well, that's awfully nice. I said, why would you guys do that? And she was like, well, because the doctor really, you know, we care about the health of your teeth, and the doctor really wants you, you know, to get this service. He feels like you really need it, so we're willing to waive your 20% part and just collect the payment from the insurance company. So I was like, I said, well, how do you know for sure that the insurance company will pay you for this? I said, are you positive that this is included? in my insurance, this whole service, before you start trying to offer stuff for free, for sure you're going to get your money. I'm doing the cream part with the Shea Bay and all the oils. So she was like, well, we'll go ahead, and she says, we'll check first. When she looked it up, she said it definitely listed that this was covered. And she says, but what we can do is we'll go ahead and contact the insurance company first, get a confirmation, and then once they get a confirmation and receive their portion, she says, then you can come in. We'll schedule it in about a month, which is sometime like in the end of December. So she said you can come in, and then you don't have to pay anything, and we'll provide the services, because at that point they'll already have been paid. So I was like, I said, all right, fine. I said, well, if you want to check first and make sure, I said, because like I said, I am not in a position to pay you anything, and I don't want you guys to provide a service and then you don't get paid, and then you got another problem. So the way it ended was, she said she was gonna go and file the claim with the insurance company, as though, to get it approved and everything. And once they get it approved, and I guess that means they get payment as well, then she said then they would contact me, and then I would come in and for the first appointment, and then they would do it in 2 appointments. So I said, okay, fine, but that's as long as it's not costing me anything. So basically, that's how it ended, the conversation. And then, so the guy comes in again, the hygienist, after this whole discussion had happened, and the hygienist comes in again, and he comes in and says, okay, I need to take a couple more x-rays now, because if you're going to get a deep cleaning, it requires more extensive x-rays, because they have to submit that to the insurance company, and obviously they're going to get payment for those x-rays as well, which I'm just going to say I'm not sure about it, but I guess if that's what they're saying was needed, then that's what was needed. So he did the x-rays, and then after he did the additional x-rays, he says, okay, thank you. And he's closing everything up. And I'm sitting there like, why are you like shutting stuff down and saying goodbye like the appointment's over? And he was like, well, with a deep cleaning, he said it's either a deep cleaning or a regular cleaning. We can't do both. So since you agreed to do the whole deep cleaning situation, then we need to go ahead and submit it. And then once it's all approved, once they hear back from the insurance company, then we'll call you in and we'll schedule the deep cleaning. And it's going to be in 2 sessions. She says, or if you can stand the pain, then we can do it in 1. I'm like, what pain? So I said, it hurts. And she's like, well, it kind of hurts because we have to, go like dig deep into the gum. She says, but we numb you, but you might feel a little bit here and there. She says, but we do numb you. And I'm like, well, how bad is it gonna hurt? And she was like, well, it's nothing Advil won't take care of, and it might last a couple of days after. She said, so that's why we do it in 2 sessions, in case it's too painful. The first, if the first side that they do is really painful, she says, then we can split it up. But if you feel that you can handle both sides of your mouth in the same appointment, then we can do it that way as well. So I'm like, fine. So I leave and I don't get anything that day. I leave with just this agreement that they are now filing the claim for a deep cleaning. I said, have I been saying deep conditioning? Probably because of my hair, but for a deep cleaning. And when they get the confirmation back, just put a little bit more moisture in here. When they get the confirmation back, then they're going to call me. And then we're going to take care of it, and it should be sometime around the end of December. So that's how that ended. But the point of the story was, they clearly have not been getting a lot of business, and they saw that I had insurance that would cover at least 80%. So I'm sure at that point they were like, something is better than nothing. And if they would have just said that to me, I could have accepted a lot better, and it might have gone differently. You know, I understand 2020 has been a rough year for everybody, but don't play the games, don't not listen, don't try to be greedy, because I am not that person. You can't bully me or scare me or intimidate me into a service that either I do or do not need. And in a lot of cases with these dentists, I find that, because here's another thing, I read the reviews before I go to before I go to any dentist. And the dentist that I left, and it's good to read the reviews. If you guys don't read reviews when you're going to a new organization or a new business, you should, because, or if you've gone to someone and you've experienced something that felt a little odd, read the reviews and see if somebody else experienced that as well, because 9 times out of 10 you're probably going to find out that that is the case. So the dentist that I left to come to this dentist, I read their reviews, and the exact experiences that I was feeling, many people had left a review with those same experiences, and they said that they hated how the office manager would come in there, and not this dentist now, the one before I came to the one I'm telling you about today. They would come in there and tell you needed this, give you this rundown of services, and try and get you to get it done that day so they can get money. And this was all before the pandemic and all that. So read the reviews and find out what people are saying if you're looking for a new dentist, or if you're planning on trying to find a new dentist and there's somebody that you're thinking about, because I found them to be very, very accurate. Reviews are very valuable. They can save you a lot of headache if you take the time to read some of them, especially when you're new, you don't have a point of reference, and you don't want to get stuck dealing with somebody and end up in a bad situation and then find out after the fact, and then read the reviews after the fact that this person was horrible. So that's the one good thing about social media today, is it allows us to be transparent with our experiences, especially when there have been bad experiences with these service providers. So now, I had been to these guys before, and like I said, I saw they had that tendency. I know they had that tendency, but it's just a pet peeve of mine. So we'll see how it goes. Now, even though I've tentatively agreed to the situation, because it's still not costing me anything, it's like, look, I don't have any problem with them doing this as long as it's legit and they don't try to claim services that they didn't offer. It's like, I get everybody's in a tough spot, but just come to up front. Just tell me up front what it is you want to do. If you want to waive the fees, that's fine. But before you do anything, which I need to tell her when I get back, before they do any work on me, I do want in writing that I don't owe you anything, because the last thing I need is them trying to say we provided a service and she never paid us for it. I'm not trying to get caught up in anything like that. So if you want to waive it, that's fine, but I need something in writing proving that I don't owe you anything for this service, and that you're only going to collect your fee from the insurance company. And once we get that cleared away, then if you want to do the work, go ahead. I'm good, because we're all on the same page. I'm covered, you're covered, you got your 80%, you waived my 20%, I have that in writing, and everybody can go home happy. But that's how the story went. But I was really irritated when they started pulling the same stunt that they all like to pull. It just, to me, it's insulting, it's disrespectful, And it's just not how business should be conducted. It's just inappropriate. It's an insult, is what it is. And I don't like it. I'm telling you, it just gets me worked up. I'm calm now because it's late and I want to get this recorded. And the same energy I had, they say keep that same energy. Well, I don't have that same energy from Sunday. It's kind of late. I had a long day and I want to get this recorded, edited, and uploaded. So that's what it was. But the other thing that I did want to share with you guys, which it might be too late now or right up on it, but I wanted to let you know that there was a offer for a free Thanksgiving dinner from Ibotta, the little couponing type of app. I think it's like a couponing, not really a coupon, it's like a rebate app. And they were allowing you to purchase, I think it was 9 different items, one of which was a turkey. And they would reimburse you your money up to $20 for, it was like a turkey, some green beans, some mashed potato mix, like probably nothing you would ever buy for yourself if you have money and you can afford it, but it was like a pack of instant mashed potatoes. The green beans they were frozen green beans, so that's something you would have bought on your own. So frozen green beans, a turkey. The turkey was reimbursed up to $10, $9.98. So basically up to $10. So you could, and it was a deal through Walmart. You had to buy everything at Walmart. And so they had a certain amount. If you know how Ibotta works, they give you back up to a certain amount of the item that you buy. So it was a butterball turkey and they reimbursed you up to $9.98. So it would be up to you how much over you would go depending on the turkey that you purchased. And then they had a 2-liter bottle of Coca-Cola, and they had the frozen green beans, they had the stuffing mix. It was great value stuffing mix, great value cranberry sauce, a can of that. They had some gravy, I think it was a packet of McCormick gravy, and there was 9 things in total. I can't remember the other ones. I said the stuffing mix. Oh, it was some crunchy onions or something for like that green bean casserole thing that they always advertise every year. It was those crispy onions, I guess, that go in that dish. So it was items that you probably wouldn't really use, but the main thing was you could get that free turkey, that free butterball turkey, or $10 off of a turkey, depending on what you were able to find at Walmart. And it expires November 25th, which is the day before Thanksgiving, which is today. So if you happen to have Ibotta and you live near a Walmart, you can go on that app and it'll say right, and as soon as you log on, free Thanksgiving dinner, and it'll show you the items. And with the way Ibotta works, you just go in, and when it shows you the items on the app, all the items that they're offering money back on, you just check it off and they add it to your list, so that when you go and buy it and you submit your receipt, you do this all through your cell phone. You scan your receipt after you purchase everything, and then they put the money in your account. And the other caveat with it was once you scan the receipt and they credit you your funds, they pay you back once you hit a $20 limit, something like that. So most likely, if you're able to get all of the items, then you're going to hit your $20. And I don't know if they PayPal you or if they push it to your account. I wasn't able to get that far because my Walmart didn't have any butterball turkey, so I was only able to get like the soda, the packet of potatoes. I think I only got those three things. They didn't have the cranberry sauce, they didn't have the green beans. They were pretty much sold out of everything. So I have $5.25 in my account, which is what everything I bought rang up to, because the amounts that they were offering back on those products covered what I paid. So if they say up to $1.88 for the packet of potatoes, well, the potatoes at Walmart were $1.66, so I got the full $1.66 back. And I'm like, I'm not driving to the other Walmart because it's kind of far just to be looking for a turkey. So, but that's what I wanted to share with you guys on Sunday in case you wanted to try and do it. But I guess this is a little late notice now, so my apologies on that. But if there's ever anything else in the future that I can give you a better heads up on, I'd be more than happy to do so. My camera, I put in my new memory card that I told you I bought that has more memory on it, and it didn't like it. It rejected it. So I'm like, are you kidding me? So the new one was like, this one that's in here now is 16 gigabytes. It's old. From this camera is old. So it's a 16 gigabyte memory card, which gives me roughly 35 minutes. And the one that I bought is 128 gigabytes, and it's the kind that it's like the micro, but it had the adapter too, and the adapter is what allowed it to fit in my camera. But when I put it in there and I came in here to record, it said memory card error. So for whatever reason, it didn't like the new one, so I had to go back and put my old 16 gigabyte one in here, which is why I'm being short tonight, because I don't want to have to run out of memory tonight and have to go back and do a part 2 just to close out the video. So basically, I'm done, and I finished the story. So I told you about the Thanksgiving dinner, so we're good. So I will see you Sunday of week 13. So thanks for joining tonight. I know tonight seemed a little bit just rushed, or I don't know, it just felt weird. I just felt like I just went through this haphazardly. But it's late, I want to go to bed, and I don't want to get sick. And that's why I didn't put too much moisture on here. And I need to figure out about this memory card. So thanks for joining me, you guys. I'll see you in the next video, like I said, Sunday of week 13. And take care of your hair. Thumbs up, comment, and subscribe, and stay safe. Oh, and happy Thanksgiving. Bye-bye.